the Smart Modified Tour. A winner in the NASCAR Truck Series back in the day, has run just about everything around the country in the last decade. Dirt late models, super late models, now modifies as well. And he'll drive that Bilstein 02. I am told we are going to go with qualifying now here at Tri-County Speedway. First car up that will be on the racetrack will be the 01 car for Melissa Ffield. She is out of Wakefield, New Hampshire, in the Yellow House B&B for Pine Knoll Racing, and that's a PSR chassis that Melissa will be wheeling here today. She's made 2 starts so far this year with the Smart Modified Tour. Her best finish at Caraway Speedway was a 16th place effort, but she has come down south after spending a long time in the modified wars up north on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, where she has started more than 150 races. So we'll see what she can do here today. She is a breast cancer survivor, having fought that battle over the last year. Ffield on the track in that 01 machine. Derek.
Melissa Ffield out on the track right now, and of course you can see the pink ribbon on the car. October, of course, being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Melissa is a breast cancer survivor. As a matter of fact, talking to her earlier today, it was a year ago today that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She was able to beat the odds and is now a breast cancer survivor. Of course, like we said, October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's something very special to me, since my girlfriend Tish is also a breast cancer survivor.
15.876, the best time for Melissa Ffield. Next up on the racetrack, the number 92 car out of Statesville, North Carolina, in the Clearview Copy Company car will be Brody Jones, a former winner in NASCAR modified competition at Bowman Gray Stadium. Brody Jones fast on the first lap, 15.650, 15.650, coming around to complete his second lap of qualifying. 15.638, a little bit better on lap number 2 for Brody Jones. He is the quickest so far out of the 2 cars that have attempted to qualify. Next up on the racetrack, nice to have the Fleming family here at Tri-County Speedway. They have been famous, Chris and Frank Fleming, for so many years in Southern modified racing. And behind the wheel of this number 13, we have 2 of them actually that look almost identical, except for this one has fluorescent yellow numbers. This is Jordan Fleming out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, in the Taylor Auto Parts, Perkins and Associates, Hodges Realty, Horizon Equipment Rentals machine. First lap on the racetrack, a 15.593. 15.593 for Jordan Fleming. Fleming, best lap, his first lap. Second lap, a 15.596. So that 15.593, the quickest time so far in Pace-O-Matic Pole Award qualifying for the Smart Modified Tour. Nice to see this driver back with us for the 3rd time this season. The number 12 out of Louisville, North Carolina, in the Jerry Hunt Super Centers, Severt Auto AJP Transport, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Kevin Says Yes.com Troyer machine for Cody Norman. Norman with this prototype chassis. A one-of-a-kind here with the Smart Modified Tour. And he says he likes it. Has had a lot of success so far this year in the crate modified wars with a couple of handfuls of victories. Norman second quick on his first lap. A 15.615. Best, actually second best first lap of record so far during qualifying for the Smart Mods. Nice and smooth off the corner. Cody Norman, fast time so far, 15.504 for the 3rd generation race car driver. Nice run for Cody Norman, and that is a sharp looking machine with that number 12 here today at Tri-County. He ran this race 1 year ago with the Smart Modified Tour. On the racetrack right now, the number 77 machine, Derek Pernasiglio, spoke to him a little while ago. Now out of Concord, North Carolina, formerly from New England in the Curb Records Mohawk Northeast, Sunoco Race Fuels Troyer for Gary Putnam. Putnam, one win on the Smart Modified Tour a few years ago, coming around to take the white flag during qualifying at Tri-County. Putnam, fast time on his first lap, a 15.397. We saw several drivers in the 14-second bracket earlier today during practice. Putnam coming around, and he's got a good car here today. Goes a little bit quicker. A 15.374 on his second lap. Quick time so far for Gary Putnam, the veteran racer out of New England. We go from one Fleming, actually it's a different black car. I thought it was going to be another Fleming on the racetrack, but it's not. The number 18 car now on the racetrack out of Lexington, North Carolina, in the Yates Grading and Paving Leisure Time Rentals PSR machine for Daniel Yates. Yates has had a good year with the Smart Modified Tour. A couple of top 10 finishes, was in the top 10 until he missed the last race because he had a family obligation. First lap on the racetrack for Daniel Yates, a 15.662. By the way, his daughter Ava winning a go-kart race last night here in the state of North Carolina, putting some pressure on dear old dad here today. Daniel Yates second quick with that second lap, 15.440 for Daniel Yates. Not too shabby for the independent runner. Daniel and his team have been basically full-time with the Smart Modified Tour this year. Now here comes the other of the Fleming family in today's activities at Tri-County, the number 13 of Luke Fleming out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, in the Guaranteed Auto, Jerry Johnson Motors, Smith Trucking, Taylor Auto Parts machine. This is a Troyer car. I was told today by Frank Fleming, his uncle, this car 12 years old. It's been sitting in the shop. They put a new engine in it, and it's raring to go here today at Tri-County. First lap on the racetrack, a 15.548 for Luke Fleming in that 13 car. Would love to see this family compete more with the Smart Modified Tour. Dad Chris, a good season at Bowman Gray Stadium. Second lap on the racetrack for Luke Fleming. He moves up to third quick, 15.474 for that driver. Former winner of the NASCAR Whelen Southern Modified Tour at Bowman Gray Stadium. A fourth generation racer out of the Myers family now on the racetrack. Out of Walnut Cove, North Carolina, in the Greg Butcher Trucking Bryson Brothers Area Solutions PSR. This one is owned by Ben Gable, the number 4 of Slate Myers. Slate hoping to finish top 10 in the points. Started off the season really well at Florence Motor Speedway down in South Carolina with a top 5 run, but has struggled a little bit. Has had a glimmer of success on a couple of different occasions. First lap on the racetrack, third quick, 15.457 for Slate Myers in the number 4. He takes the checkered flag. Slate Myers, fast time so far during qualifying, a 15.354 for Slate Myers over a 15.374 for Gary Putnam. We are expecting times to be in the 14-second bracket among the top 5, maybe up to top 10 cars here today. And remember, we have a lot of cars, 28 in all. This next one on the racetrack out of Harrisburg, North Carolina, in the OB Builders number 97 for Austin McDaniel. Some of you might say, I know that name. Well, he has been a veteran of the late model stock car ranks for so many years, a former winner here at Tri-County Speedway in the late models. His first lap on the racetrack, a 15.449. By the way, Bobby Meismer Jr., the crew chief, setting up this car and guiding Austin McDaniel here today at Tri-County. McDaniel, third quick, 15.394 for the number 97. And by the way, the top 8 drivers from qualifying here today have an opportunity, a possibility of the redraw. The pole winner here today will draw a 4, a 6, or an 8 out of a bag, and by virtue of the number that that driver selects, that many drivers from the order of qualifying, from the results, will actually draw for their starting spot. Up next on the racetrack, this driver out of Long Island, New York, in the Hydro Action Wastewater Systems Prototype Race Fab, number 45 car for Max Hanley. Max Hanley has started with us in 3 different races so far this year in the number 45, hoping to make a Rookie of the Year effort next year with the 45 machine. Second quick on his first lap, 15.349 for Max Hanley. Hanley so close to the top time. 15.321 for Max Hanley. Next up on the racetrack, the 02 machine for one of the full-time competitors here with the Smart Modified Tour. Joey Coulter out of Miami Springs, Florida, in the Torch Eyewear Molecule Air Shock Drive Refine SRI Performance Bilstein Shocks Fury machine. Coulter fast on his first lap, a 15.132. Can he be the first driver in the 14-second bracket here today? And he does not. Best lap is first lap. A 1.43 on his second lap. The 15.132, the lap of record. To the top of the board goes Joey Coulter. By the way, you see Lambros, number 1 spot on the timing and scoring on the left side of your screen. A little bit of a snafu in the electronic scoring system here. He has not yet taken time so far. This driver in the number 99, one of the playoff contenders out of Statesville, North Carolina, in the Mount Airy Toyota Troyer machine for Jamie and Cheryl Tomeno. It's Jake Crum. Jake Crum, 4th quick with a 15.325, actually 3rd quick with that 99 car, with Lambros being listed up there, but that car has not yet taken time. Crum goes to 2nd on the speed chart, 15.221 for Jake Crum. Good qualifying effort for that 99. The guy with, in terms of the playoff contenders, that has the most experience here at this racetrack. You talk about a guy that had a good run here in the past. Look no further than the number 5 machine out of Maiden, North Carolina, in the Buzzy Racing Troyer machine for Tommy Buzzy Jr. Tommy finished 3rd in this race 1 year ago in the 25 car for Mike Smith, now back behind the wheel of his own family-owned number 5 machine. Has only started 3 events with the Smart Modified Tour this year. Buzzy, good time on his first lap, 15.319, good enough for 3rd quick so far in qualifying for the number 5. Let's see what he can do. Oh, a little bit sideways coming off the corner is Buzzy. That might hurt him, and indeed it does. A 15.332, his second lap. That 3.19, the best, will put him 3rd quick so far in qualifying for Tommy Buzzy. Here's a guy that has turned a lot of heads this year. Another one of those Long Island, New York drivers. He's out of Manorville on Long Island in the Hillbilly Motorsports car with EME Industrial and Highmark Building Efficiency, Sundrop, Walkertown Mill, and Rogers Farm on the side of this PSR car for Joey Braun. Braun, 21 years old. He's led 119 laps so far this year in his races with the Smart Modified Tour. Joey Braun, 2nd quick on his first lap, a 15.214 for Joey Braun. Can he get himself to the top of the board here? He's got to be careful with the loud pedal coming off of turn number 4, nice and smooth, and he just misses it. A 15.201 for Joey Braun. That's 2nd quick here during qualifying so far. A third-generation modified racer now on the racetrack in the 7NY that his granddad made famous for so many years out of Mooresville, North Carolina in the Mohawk Northeast Tommy Baldwin Racing PSR. It's Jack Baldwin. And Jack, now a graduate of App State University this past spring, working with Rick Ware Racing and driving modifieds anytime he can get behind the wheel. White flag in the air, he'll have one more lap. 8th quick on his first lap, 15.375. He's got to be a little faster on his second lap to secure his spot within the top 8 that have a chance at the redraw today here at Granite Falls, North Carolina. And Baldwin does it, up to 4th quick for Baldwin, 15.310 for the driver of the 7NY. Here's a guy that we're expecting a lot out of here today. This track, one of his 2 home tracks in this area. And the number 98 out of Claremont, North Carolina, in the Cheerwine Moon Pie Bob Coolers Works Soap. I don't own Bob Coolers, by the way. SK Tools machine, it's Landon Huffman. Landon Huffman, 3 wins this year here at Tri-County Speedway in late model stock car competition. He's run with the Smart Modified Tour on a part-time basis this year. His best finish at Anderson Speedway earlier this year. Landon Huffman, 4th quick on his first lap, 15.257. Look at how gentle he is. A little bit further down the racetrack than a lot of the competitors during qualifying here today. Huffman, 15.257, 4th quick. He will remain in the 98 car. Next up in qualifying, the number 21 car out of Reedy Creek, North Carolina in the Carolina Drilling Tutterow Racing Fury machine. Had himself a good run in practice here today for the nice guy, Jimmy Wallace. Jimmy Wallace sits just outside the top 10 in points, hoping to get in the top 10 by the end of the season with just 2 races to go here with the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. A top 10 finish last year, the king of the modifieds, and a top 6 run so far for Jimmy Wallace in qualifying. 15.314 for Jimmy Wallace. What a run. Can he improve on lap number 2? Jimmy Wallace, 3rd quick, 15.217 for 21 here today during qualifying. He will certainly be in that potential redraw after qualifying is complete. Wow, what a run by Jimmy Wallace. Now the 15 car on the racetrack. This driver out of Lexington, North Carolina, in the JT Services Garage Doors of the Triad Unique Coatings, Steve's Tire and Automotive Troyer machine for Shady Grady Racing. It's Carson Loftin. Loftin practiced here yesterday, was practicing today just prior to qualifying over at North Wilkesboro Speedway in his Cars Tour late model stock car. Arrived here, got 3 warm-up laps, and now going out to qualify. Loftin didn't need practice. Fast time on his first lap. First driver in the 14-second bracket. A 14.825 for Carson Loftin. Not too shabby at all. And his first lap, his best lap. Both laps in the 14-second bracket, but a 14.825, his best time on lap number 1. Impressive indeed, and you'll be able to see Carson next week. Will a late model stock car at North Wilkesboro Speedway in their finale, and that'll come here on FloRacing. One of the championship competitors now on the racetrack. This driver out of Galloway, New Jersey. The Jersey Shore Contracting, Iron Revolution, LBI Pest Control, First Horizon Realty Troyer machine for Paulie Hartwig III. Hartwig with a win at Hickory Motor Speedway, just about 15 minutes down the road from here in the springtime with a Smart Modified Tour. Hartwig wheeling that car, trying to stay steady around this racetrack. 14.999. Didn't show up on Race Monitor, but a 14.999, his best lap. Now on the racetrack, the 77 car. We have two 77s here today out of Northport, Long Island, New York, in the Skip Barber Racing School. William Dean Platinum, number 77 for Will Lambros. Lambros ran a part-time schedule last year with the Smart Modified Tour, a veteran road racer. Lambros, 12th quick on his first lap. And 11.5, no, that's not right. We're gonna have to check that. Race Monitor off just a little bit here. So we'll get back to you on that. You can see the top time on the board on that slab on the left side of your screen. Nobody here is in the 12-second bracket. That was earlier today. So (15.178), we are told by the tower, his top time. So Will Lambros is complete with his qualifying effort. The 39 out of Grimsby, Ontario, Canada, in the garage doors of the Triad machine for Caden Lapcevich now on the racetrack. He made a start with the Smart Modified Tour at Caraway Speedway earlier this year in the 39. Lapcevich, a former Winchester 400 pole sitter. Lapcevich, third quick, 15.127. 15.127 for Caden Lapcevich on his first lap. Lapcevich hoping to get the pole spot. Had a great qualifying run at Caraway Speedway earlier this year. Lapcevich still third quick, almost gets to the 14-second bracket, a 15.094. The 39 will remain third quick. Here comes the current point leader and defending series champion in the 7VA out of Mooresville, North Carolina, in the Pace-O-Matic Stanley Law Group Mohawk Northeast PSR machine for Hermie Sadler and Bill Stanley. It's Luke Baldwin. Baldwin breathing a sigh of relief. He's going after the win here today. Does not have to worry about points. He's already clinched his way into the Smart 3 Championship battle next week at North Wilkesboro Speedway. 6 quick on his first lap. Scoring has been reset. 15.2. 15.2 for Luke Baldwin, using that high line off of turn number 4. Baldwin on his second lap. 5th quick overall. A 15.137 for the defending series champion. Next car on the racetrack, the number 16 machine. This driver out of Oxford, North Carolina, in the Pace-O-Matic SNS Racing Ride. That's a PSR race car for Jonathan Cash. Just to clarify something, we saw Carson Loftin take time here earlier. He has the top time during qualifying, but because of the fact that he arrived late at the racetrack, his top time is removed. Therefore, Carson Loftin does not own the top time so far during qualifying. It belongs to Paulie Hartwig with that 14.999. Jonathan Cash now on the racetrack, 11th quick on his first lap. We'll see what he does here at the checkered flag, and he improves to 7th quick, a 15.184 for Jonathan Cash. The number 12 machine, a new driver, Bryce Bailey, behind the wheel of this car here today. The third car that Bryce Bailey has driven in Smart Modified Tour competition this year. Bryce out of Waverly, New York. No sponsor on the side of this one. It's owned by Paul French. So it was quick in practice earlier today. We'll see how he does here today in qualifying. Trying to make sure that we can find out what Carson Loftin's time of record. But here is Bryce Bailey on the racetrack. 4th quick on his first lap. 2nd lap, 2nd quick. Bryce Bailey with a 15.091. Bryce Bailey with a 15.091. We are told that the 14.999 by Paulie Hartwig that is not on your screen on the scoring slab is the top time so far here during qualifying for the Smart Modified Tour. The 40 car out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Bass Pro Shops machine. This is the PSR house car for Carter McMurray, son of Daytona 500 winner Jamie McMurray. Carter McMurray, first lap on the racetrack, a 15.170, seventh quick for Carter McMurray. We got an update for you after we record his second time. McMurray a little bit quicker, fifth quick, 15.096. By the way, the first lap of record, or the slowest one, I should say, was a 14.933 for Carson Loftin, so that will still put him on top of the board as things get sorted out here for timing and scoring during Pace-O-Matic Pole Award qualifying. 25 car now on the racetrack out of Freehold, New Jersey, in the Cutting Edge Stoneworks, Alpine Partners, BKA Properties, Dancer Farms Troyer machine. For Mike Smith, it's the 25 of Danny Bone. Bone, 2 wins in part-time competition so far this year. If he ran full-time, he'd be right in the middle of a championship mix. Danny Bone, second quick first lap, also in the 14-second bracket with a 9.97. 2 1,000ths of a second better than Paulie Hartwig in third. Can Danny Bone get to the top of the heap? Danny Bone, a 14.975, second lap just misses the 14.933 for Carson Loftin. So close is qualifying here today. You see on the left side of your screen that 14.825 by Loftin. That time was disallowed because Loftin arrived late here today after practicing a late model stock car at North Wilkesboro Speedway. So his true lap of record was his slowest of his 2 laps with a 14.933. The number 1 car on the racetrack out of Walnut Cove, North Carolina, in the Citrus Ave Cleaners, Pinnacle Financial, Backyard Leisure Pool and Spas, Zach Raps PSR for the ace, Burt Myers. And Burt Myers, 4th quick on his first lap, almost in that 14-second bracket, a 15.010 for the 3-time series champion. Burt Myers nope, he gets it. Burt Myers, a 14.906 is the fastest lap of record during qualifying in the number 1 car. Remember the time that you see on the left side of your screen for Carson Loftin, the 14.825, disallowed because he arrived late here today. His fastest lap was wiped away. His lap of record was a 14.933. So, Burt Myers, 14.906, just a little bit better than that here today. Ryan Newman now on the racetrack. Newman, fastest in practice earlier today in the Shitty Coolers Triangle Chemical Supply, Capital Automotive Group, Aggressive Hydraulics, Montrose Molders Corporation PSR car. The defending race winner at Tri-County for the Smart Modified Tour. Checkered flag in the air for Ryan Newman. Newman not going to be happy with that. He's out of the potential redraw with a 15.151. Ryan Newman, 10th quick overall. So by what we are being told here in the booth, a 14.906 by Burt Myers, the Pace-O-Matic Pole Award winner during qualifying with a stout field of 28 modifieds for the Smart Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. So again, a lot happening during qualifying. Carson Loftin arriving late. Loftin did set the fast time with an 8.25. So Carson Loftin arriving late, set the fast time during qualifying, but that time was disallowed because since he got here, the series gave him some warm-up laps. He did not make his spot in the qualifying order, and therefore, his fastest lap was disallowed. His quickest lap was a 9.33, and Burt Myers in that Pinnacle Financial #1 will wind up with the Pace-O-Matic Pole Award. Burt Myers turning a time of 14.906. His second lap of record was his quickest, and Burt Myers will win the Pace-O-Matic Pole Award here today. So Burt Myers picks up the pole award. He's standing by with Derek Perniciglio.
Sorry. That's right. #1 is qualified #1. You put it up with the top of the board. And 2010, you won this race. Can you do it again?
I sure hope so. We've been good since we unloaded. We've been tuning on it a little bit. We found something a few weeks ago with some help from PSR, and man, she's fast tonight. We'll see what happens.
Did the cloud cover help keeping the temperatures down on the track?
The track was a little tighter right there to me. When we mocked up earlier today, basically the same setup. We were a little bit free, and right there we were a little bit tight. I was really surprised that we got to pole. The car didn't feel that great, but it's fast enough.
Well, we'll see you in a few minutes for the redraw.
All right, thanks.
That's Burt Myers in the Pinnacle CitraSafe sponsored #1. He is fast qualifier. Bob, let's go back up to you.
Definitely an eventful qualifying session with 28 cars for the Smart Modified Tour at Tri-County Speedway. Burt Myers and 7 other drivers will have a potential redraw coming up. We'll cover that in just a minute here, live on FloRacing. We got a lot of racing here tonight at Tri-County Speedway. 99 laps for the Smart Modified Tour, powered by Pace-O-Matic.